everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you guys are new. In today's video, I asked my husband to pick my full face of makeup, so it could be a hot mess. But I told him to try and keep everything to where it would kind of go together, so we'll see what he did. But only time will tell. Also, we had to start our laundry, so you might just hear some things in the background. I'm really sorry if you can. Typically when I'm editing, I hear those things more if I'm using headphones, so it's probably better if you don't use headphones on this video, so just sorry about that. So I will put some footage in here. I asked my husband to go through my makeup collection and pick out my full face of makeup. He put everything in this bin. I don't know how good the footage was from him picking out all the products because I left the room and I don't know what he picked, but he said that he didn't know what all I would need, so I wrote him this list of like the standard makeup categories, and he said he got everything other than lip liner and lip gloss, which he so kindly put an X next to for me. So we'll see. Also, I forgot to write brows on there, but I told him that, so we'll see if he picked up a brow product. Otherwise, we might just be working with the natural brows, but let's see. Okay. I'm gonna have to ask him this, but I feel like he picked like the top product in every category. Like, I'm just looking at the stuff that he picked and I know where it was, and it looks like he picked like the setting spray that was the closest to the front, the primer, and the foundation. That was the closest to the front, so that's okay. I like all my makeup. So this is the primer that he picked. This is my favorite primer. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh primer. I love this primer because it's really moisturizing, and I used up a whole one in just like 2 or 3 months, I think. And this is my second one. I also love the way this primer smells. It is so good. Okay, he also picked the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation, which I really like. I've got this in the shade Fair 20N. I wasn't gonna tell him like any of the categories to get products from, but he did not seem to like the idea without that, so I went ahead and just gave him like the standard like list of products. I see too that he picked the Huda Nude Light Palette, which I love also. I'm actually surprised that he picked this one, but I'm just gonna use the mirror from it. Actually, the reason I decided to do this video is because last night I was actually just doing my makeup to film a video, and I couldn't decide what kind of eye look I wanted to do, so I asked him to pick out an eyeshadow palette from my drawer, and he picked the Nomad Fire and Ice palette, which I think he just picked because the packaging is blue, which is fine because I love that palette, but I think that's why he picked it, which is kind of why I'm surprised that he picked this one, because it's not like colorful. I feel like sometimes with guys they would pick products because of the packaging, which I mean I do too, but you know what I mean, like you just pick like more kind of colorfully packed items. He picked the Ulta Beauty finishing powder, so I'm gonna go ahead. Actually, did he pick a concealer? Yeah, he picked a concealer. Oh, okay. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have really been enjoying this one as well. I don't think he picked an eyeshadow primer, so I'll go ahead and bring this up onto the eyelids, but I'm very glad he picked that one. I actually don't know that I've used this concealer with this foundation before. This concealer is a little bit new to my collection. If you guys have ever thought about getting the Thrive Cosmetics CC cream, this foundation honestly gives a pretty similar effect in my opinion, at least on my skin. This concealer is actually looking really nice with this foundation, so I'm happy about that. This is a very brightening concealer. It's hard to shade match online. Okay, and then he picked the Ulta Beauty finishing powder, so I'm gonna use that to set the face. I think this powder is okay, honestly. The packaging I actually really like since it has this little sponge in it for touch-ups, but it is quite bulky, so I wish they would have made it slightly thinner, just because this is really the base of it and this sits into it, and I just feel like they could have made it a little bit thinner, but this is more of like a good touch-up kind of powder in my opinion. I think he chose, oh, I see a liquid bronzer, so I better be careful where I'm putting this. That's all I'm gonna put on right now because I do see that he picked this liquid bronzer. This is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow bronzer in the shade Faux Tan. You really have to shake this bronzer. I'm just putting a little bit of this on the back of my hand. I feel like he did really well. I'm gonna have to get him to do this again, but I'm not gonna give him the list, and we'll see how he does. But I had to kind of give him a list to convince him to do it. I talk to my husband all the time about makeup, so, you know, I feel like he knows a good bit about it, but I typically get ready like by myself because I like to just like watch YouTube videos when I'm getting ready and everything, so he usually is like not watching me put makeup on. So I guess that's probably why he didn't feel like he knew a lot about it. But I talk to him about stuff like this all the time. I love this bronzer. At first I thought it was like really warm toned, but I was realizing that I really just wasn't shaking it enough before I used it, and you really, really gotta shake it. This also looks really good with this foundation. I feel like this foundation just works really well with everything though. I used to have the one in the squeezy tube, like the tinted moisturizer from ColourPop, but I think the color was off for me, and I remember it clinging to some dry patches when I had it, but it's been several years. Okay, he picked my LA Colors highlight. This is the one in the shade Glow Time. I picked this up for my beginner makeup series. It's pretty good. It is not like the absolute best highlight by any means, but it's $1 at Dollar Tree and it's really pretty. So, I mean, I feel like you can't beat it for $1 for sure. The packaging is like atrociously cheap, but like I said, it's $1, so I mean, I feel like that's a really good glove for $1. Our washer is like, sounds like it's going crazy, so I know you guys can hear that and I'm sorry. Okay, I feel like he did really well so far. And at this point I can kind of see like what he's chosen and it looks really good. Okay, for blush, he picked the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Rosy. So far the bronzer's been the only high-end thing that he's picked. I'm actually really glad that he picked all these products because I'm going to film a video after this one and I was a little bit nervous that my makeup would look bad. All right, I'm gonna do a pretty simple eye look. I'm just going to go in with this middle brown shade. It's one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I would like to hit a couple more pans in it pretty soon. I've been trying to hit as many pans as possible over the last couple of months because the end of the year is coming up, so I just thought it would be fun to kind of, you know, try and hit pan in more of my products. I already have 4 pans in this palette. There's like a little one here, I don't know. Yeah, you can see it. So I'm gonna try and use the 3 here on this row, which are, you know, like the 3 on the bottom row today, just because I have not hit pan in any of those shades yet, so I feel like that'll be a good way to get some more use out of these shades. I actually typically go into one of these lightest shades before I go into this kind of light to medium brown, and I guess that's why it always looks a little bit more pinky, but it actually looks really good today. So I'm glad I just went straight into that shade. I like this a lot. And then I'm gonna go in with the deeper brown shade. When he told me that he picked something in every category except for 2, I asked him why he didn't pick something in those 2, because I keep those, he didn't pick a lip liner or a lip gloss, which I keep on top of my vanity versus in the drawers. So I thought maybe he just didn't see it, but he said he saw it, he just didn't want to pick one. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Like, I wonder why he didn't pick either one of those products. And then I'm just going to use this shimmer shade on the bottom here. I feel like this is the least pinky look I've ever made with this palette. Okay, for mascara, he picked this one from Essence. This is the Lash Princess Curl and Volume. So I'm just going to put on a couple coats of this. I've really been loving this mascara. Oh, he picked an eyeliner. Shoot, I hate doing eyeliner when I've already put mascara on. Crap. Okay, well, I only did one coat, so I'm just going to go ahead and try and put liner on. This might be a hot mess. This is the e.l.f. H2o Proof Eyeliner. I don't know how people with lash extension put liner on. I feel like I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, I feel like that didn't go so badly. It's a little thick. Are they even? I don't know. Are they ever even? I don't know. Oh no! We're gonna have to change my shirt because I just got that eyeliner on my shirt. I'm gonna have to change my shirt because I do not want to ruin this. Oh my gosh, I'll be right back. Okay, let's all cross our fingers that I did not just ruin that shirt. I sprayed it, so hopefully it will just, you know, get that stain out, and I'll wash it as soon as the washer is free. But I'm just gonna go ahead and put on another coat of mascara. Okay, I feel like my wings are looking thick, like when I look here, because my lids are just so small, and it's like when I look straight, all you're seeing is the liner. But I like wing liner every now and then, so it's okay. But let's go ahead and use setting spray again. I guess he just likes the ColourPop Pretty Fresh line. It's so good. I think he probably knows this is my favorite setting spray too, because I was just talking about it yesterday, I think. And yeah, he probably knows that too. I'm just gonna use a little bit of my face highlight to highlight the inner corner of each eye. And then the last product is lipstick. So he did forget brows. I'm just going to comb through my brows, and we're just gonna have to go for that natural brow look. The lipstick that he chose is the Milani lipstick in the shade 410 Pleasure. These are those lipsticks that are like kind of going crazy right now. They're really good. So I feel like they're viral for good reason. I really enjoy them. This actually goes really well with the eye look. I would have liked a lip liner because this is a very light lipstick, but that is totally okay. I really like this lipstick as it is, so I'm fine with that. I feel like he did a really good job. Okay, so this is the final look of all the makeup that my husband picked out for me. I feel like he did a really good job. I'm actually very impressed. I think I did a little bit too thick of a liner, but I kind of started the mascara and then I realized he picked an eyeliner, so that's my own fault. It's just really hard for me to put on eyeliner when I already have mascara on. The only critique I have is that he forgot brows. But to be fair, I wrote this little list for him and I did forget to put brows on here. But I did tell him, I was like, hey, I forgot to put brows on there if you want to pick one of those. I guess he just didn't want to. So other than that, I feel like it looks really good. He picked some really nice products that went together very well. I feel like he did a good job. So I'm gonna call him in here and see what he thinks about the look. Hey Matt, what do you think?
I did good.
You did a good job? What'd you forget?
Brow product.
Can you tell?
No.
So you think it looks fine either way? Would you change anything?
No.
Did you have a hard time picking stuff, or did everything say like what it was? I think you did a good job. You picked like a lipstick that went with the eyeshadow palette and everything.
No.
Oh, and did you know you picked all of the ColourPop Pretty Fresh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, now I'll ask you. It kind of looked to me like you picked everything that was in the front or on the top. Like you picked the setting spray, the foundation, and the primer. Those were all like, and the concealer were all like right in front of everything.
Well, I like the ColourPop.
Did you pick it just because it was in the front? It was the first thing you saw that said that name?
No, almost. You picked the other setting spray.
Which one?
The one that's in the back. That's on the side now.
Elf one?
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you pick that eyeshadow palette?
I like it.
Did you open it?
Yeah.
You like the colors? Okay. I think he's proud of himself. He did a good job. He said, yeah, I forgot the brow products, but that he didn't feel like I needed them. So anyways, I hope this was fun for you guys. It was fun for me regardless. Hopefully I can get that eyeliner out of my shirt. I've been like sitting here thinking about that. So I am going to go check on my shirt, fill in my brows, and then film the other video that I need to film. But I feel like everything looks really good and I'm happy to film in this makeup again. So I don't have to wash it off and redo my makeup today. So I'm very happy about that. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And with it being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.